Welcome to another episode where we dissect the global chessboard and expose the strategies driving the chaos we've seen around us. Today, we're covering a lot of ground: Syria, Turkey, Georgia, and even South Korea. But the central theme is clear. The globalists, after their repeated failures, are scrambling to regain control. And the methods they're using reveal just how desperate they become. After the humiliating failure in Ukraine, the West seems eager to redirect attention. And where better to do that in the Middle East, where old wounds remain open. In Syria, we've seen the so-called rebels, who are really just jihadists back the US, renew their assaults. These are the same forces the West has been arming for years under the guise of freedom fighters. But make no mistake, their goals align perfectly with the destabilizing agenda of US and its allies. The real aim: to finish what they started in Syria years ago. But here's the kicker. It's not going as planned. The globalists are falling once again. Their attempts to control narratives and manipulate the region are crumbling under the weight of their own arrogance and miscalculation. Russia, Iran are supporting the Assad military, and it seems even China may be involved in this conflict. Now, let's talk about Turkey and Erdogan. Erdogan has been playing a dangerous game for years, walking a tightrope between the West and Russia. He presents himself as a power broker, but in reality, he's been playing both sides, thinking neither will catch on. Spoiler alert, they already have. His ambition to revive the Ottoman Empire are no secret, but Erdogan has overplayed his hand. I personally firmly believe his days in power are numbered. By next year, whether through the election or other means, he won't hold the presidency. Mark my words. But here's the twist. The leaders who might follow him could be even worse. Turkey's trajectory is leading it toward a reckoning, and the price for Erdogan's games will be steep. Let's not be fooled by public statements from world leaders. Politics today is nothing more than a theater. Take Putin's approach to Turkey as an example. He's keeping Erdogan close, not because he trusts him, but because he knows the old adage: keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This is modern geopolitics, a game of deception, manipulation, and strategy. And the globalists are playing it on multiple fronts, hoping to destabilize and push their agenda forward. Now let's move to Georgia, where the West is once again stirring the pot. Tbilisi is starting to look like another Maidan, a repeat of Ukraine's 2014 uprising, but this time in the Caucasus. George Soros, founder of NGOs, are openly supporting protesters, providing supplies to fuel unrest against the police. It's all too familiar, isn't it? Meanwhile, Georgia's French-born president, who happens to be a student of Zbigniew Brzezinski, one of the architects of Cold War geopolitics, is refusing to step down at the end of her term. She's claiming the parliament is illegitimate, which conventionally aligns with the Western interest in keeping Georgia in chaos. Deja vu, anyone? While all this unfolds, let's not overlook what's happening in South Korea. Something that just came up recently: the president has called for a martial law following opposition attempts to impeach him. This is yet another example of instability orchestrated, or at least exploited, by larger powers. It's part for a broader strategy. Keep key region destabilized, prevent any unfilled resistance, and create openings for globalist agendas to take root. Here's the crux. What we've seen is Plan B. The globalists are desperate. They're failing in Ukraine. They're faltering in Syria. So now they're scattering their efforts across multiple regions, creating chaos wherever they can, destabilizing governments and speeding up their agenda. Look at the patterns. The West is using distraction to cover up its failures. Biden, who is barely functioning as a leader, is the perfect scapegoat. They've pinned everything on him, from disastrous foreign policies to his personal scandals. And honestly, he probably doesn't even care. They let him pardon his son for outrageous crimes, drugs, sex parties, tax evasion. It's all part of the theater. So what's the takeaway? The world is being played like a chessboard, with ordinary people paying the price in lives, stability, and truth. Don't fall for the lies. Don't buy into the narratives. The globalists are desperate, and the desperation is exposing their hand. Stay vigilant. Question everything, and remember, the game they're playing is about control. Nothing more, nothing less. If you find this breakdown insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay critical, stay informed, and keep resisting